What's up, y'all? This is the Standout Podcast where everyone and anyone could be a standout. And today I got somebody from the hometown. You know what I'm saying? We linked up through Instagram, and I just thought, from what I heard through previews, and now with his new music video dropping from Flake, I thought it was he was definitely a dope artist and definitely stood out to me just from his way he raps, his cadences, his flows. Right now I got Luna Rowdy in the building. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
No doubt, man. Listen, when I look at your music and listen to it, it sounds so much like the beats are of today, but your flow is so different. Can you tell me what were your influences growing up and like what you were listening to? Because it doesn't sound like you're run-of-the-mill drill artist type of melodic sound. You have a different type of flow and things that you use with your voice.
I mean, I really wasn't into music growing up as a kid. It was mainly my cousins who were into music.
Okay.
So like growing up and stuff like that, like my cousins would always be like, I was basically like the little kid of the family.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like all my older cousins were like older than me.
Right.
And like I was the youngest one. So growing up I was just listening to like the music they were like playing around me. Like Chief Keef, like 2013, like my cousin Alex, he was bumping Chief Keef. My brother was mainly into Spanish music, like Bad Bunny and all that type of stuff, reggaeton. And then my other cousin, he was mainly into like ASAP Rocky, Travis, and all them. Like I got put on Travis and Rocky because of him. You know what I mean? So like growing up, those are like I really wasn't into music. I was mainly more into like EDM. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, because when I listen to your music, it does sound like that, and it does sound like you have a way of finding yourself in a pocket with fast-paced beats. Like your beats are very you don't need to really slow down. You don't really have nothing. So tell me with EDM, how much of that was influential, and how much of that, like, when did you start really listening to that? Who put you on to that type of music?
It was my my brother, my brother Jason. He put me onto EDM because of like Martin Garrix and like David something. I forgot what his name was, to be honest. Right. He was basically playing in the house and stuff like that. And like my uncle was a DJ too. So like he always used to like play EDM around me and stuff like that. It was like basically like the dun 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 like all that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So like it was basically just that type of stuff that he was always playing around me. So like during middle school and stuff like that, I really wasn't into rap and shit. So like my brother and all them were, but I wasn't really into it, so I just went to EDM, and I was always listening to EDM. Like I could just be walking through the hallways, just listening to like EDM music and stuff like that.
That's super dope, man. And it's funny because, like I said, it sounds like you've been rapping forever. It doesn't sound like it took you much time to figure it out. Was that just like something where it's like, I kind of listen to this music, I understand that music, let me just try to put it all together and see what I could write down and see what I could record?
Yeah, it was. To be honest, I've been rapping ever since I think like 7th grade. I've been starting rapping, and that was basically because of my cousin. He he released a snippet on his like Snapchat. He never dropped it, but it was like a song, and like I always look up to my cousins. So I look up more to my cousins than my brother.
Yeah.
So like he released it, and I was like, yo, let me try to do this. You know what I mean? So like my brother had like a laptop that he got for Christmas.
Okay.
So then like I brought it to school, brought it to my friends, and I was like, yo, like what should I do? I went to the band teacher. He was like, here, download this software and just do whatever you want.
Oh my God.
It was GarageBand. He put it on there. So like I would just be like, I'll like literally like wait for everybody to go to sleep in my house. Go to like there was this little like what was it? It was like a little house. Like I don't know how to say it. It's like a little shed in the backyard. So like I would always go to that, and luckily like my mom put like a little light in there because I feel me, I'm still a kid. Like, I'm scared to go outside. You know what I mean? In the night. So like she put a little light in there, so I was always being there just recording. Like I wish I still had them songs, and I wish they could be out,
right? So
people could see my growth, how I am. Because I mean I don't really got that much songs out, to be honest.
Yeah, that's dope as hell that you went to your teacher and got advice on how to do that.
Yeah.
Was that just the calling card of like, yo, I think this is really where I need to be? Because I feel like a lot of times when somebody, when there's like a little fork in the road, like you said, you didn't really have the equipment, you didn't really have the resources to go anywhere. Usually people stop. Was that just like, nah, I want to do this shit, so I'm going to ask anybody and get to anybody I can to make this music?
At first, it was. I wasn't really doing it because like I was like, oh, I want to be an artist. Like I want to make money. I was just doing it because that was fun, and I didn't really like going out and stuff like that. Like my mom would always be strict on me, like not going out. So, like when I was younger, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I can go out, but I wouldn't be able to like go out like to like say like another, instead of New Haven, I wouldn't be able to go out to like Hartford.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I would literally just like, I started doing that, and just like, I came to my teacher. I was like, yo, how do I do this? And he told me about that, and I was just like, I kind of gave up for a little bit because I was like, I ain't gonna lie, this shit sounds trash. Like I'm not. Man. At first, I was like, yo, this shit is like amazing. Like I'm better than my cousin. And then listening back to that song, I'm just like, yeah, bro, that shit is so garbage.
Right.
I was like on some boom bap shit.
I feel you, because that's how, I mean, I was a boom bap rapper.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I think we all start there. Dude, does that ever get challenging for you too when you start doing those boom bap beats? 'Cause I feel like that's how everybody learns how to rap.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you feel like it was kind of hard because you always feel like more like you got to put bars into it? You got to really write shit down. You really got to do all that. And then when you finally get to the other beats, it's like, oh, I could finally have creative expression. I could finally move here. I could finally move
That's
there.
another thing too. Yeah, like I've always been creative. Like,
right.
Like my mom still has like mad stuff like when I was a kid.
Right.
Just like me writing like books and stuff like that. Just doing stuff like that. Okay. Just like drawing and everything like that. Like I was just creative as a kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then what was the question again?
You know, just being able to finally be free artistically. Like you didn't have to stay in that boom bap box where everybody learns from.
I was just trying to do everything because, like I said, I looked up to my cousins. So like I looked up to the artists they listened to.
Right. So
like I was just doing anything. Like I was just going from Travis, like autotune, heavy, to A$AP Rocky, where he just spits bars and it sounds like fire.
That's dope.
And yeah, it was basically just that, like just being creative with the things. Like for me, after I found out about like other beats, I was like, oh, but I could do this, I could do this, I could do that on there. I don't need to just I don't need to like get a pencil and just write down bars that mean something. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel you. You know, in terms of being creative too, I did watch your YouTube a little bit of it. You guys are really like taking it back to like the Smack DVD. I've seen you done your own cover art too. You know what I'm saying? You kind of done your own cover art. So has being creative in other areas, you feel like it helped you with your artistry a lot and music? Because it seems like drawing, videography, all that different type of stuff. How has that helped you become a better artist in a way, seeing it from all different perspectives?
To be honest, I feel like, I don't even know, to be honest. Being a better artist, bro, the thing is like, I want to shoot music videos badly. Like the video I just released is like a video just of collections. You know what I mean? Like collections of
that's
everything
what I was
going to
tell you. It's like very VHS. It's almost like old school, you know?
Yeah, I got the camcorder with me right now. It's in the backpack.
Dope.
Yeah. So basically like I just started doing videos with my friends because like we all were just doing like stupid shit like all the time. You know what I mean? Like we'll be going out, bro. Like we'll be going out and we just like, it might not be a good night, but that one thing that we do will be a memory like that we will always talk about in the group chats.
Yes, man.
So like I was like, the only reason why I got the camera really was because there was this event I DJ'd at. It was called the Forgotten Flea.
Okay.
And it's like a vintage, like they sell vintage clothing, all that. I was like,
that's dope.
Yeah, it's vintage clothing. My cousin got me right with that job. I mean, shouts out to Mateo, you know what I mean?
Shouts out
like,
to him.
I mean, he really look out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I just bought that camera just for the event and stuff like that.
Right.
And like it was during New Year's too. So like it was New Year's. I was like, I want to get this video done. Like I'm not trying to wait till tomorrow. So like I was downstairs in my basement and everybody was celebrating New Year's, drinking, you know, having like living and stuff like that. And I was just like right there, like sitting down next to my cousin, just editing the video. And I was just like, let me see what this can do. Let me see what this can do. You know what I mean? I took inspiration. I'm gonna give credits where credits due. I took inspiration from Og. Smack DVD definitely. And then I also took like some creative like inspiration from like Travis and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then basically I was just editing that video and stuff like that. I didn't think it came out. I thought it came out ass, to be honest.
Nah, man. Because I mean, when I watched it back, you know, I was thinking about it. I'm like, this kid really edited his own video. Mm-hmm. You know, for a lot of artists, it's hard to be a lot of different things and wear a lot of different hats.
Definitely.
You know, they're very one-dimensional. So to me, you know, in terms of videography, would you like to do this for other artists and get paid for it, or try
to be honest, I don't really care about money like that.
You don't?
Like I just do everything. Like I said, like I do everything because like there was this quote that somebody said. It was just like, I'm trying to remember what the quote was. It was like, if I'm here to make art, right. So if I make art and I get recognition for that, that's a blessing on top of that. You know what I mean?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So like I don't really care about bread. Maybe when I'm older, like, you know what I mean, I have to pay bills and all of that. But right now, it's like I'm cooling.
Man, that sound. I mean, it sounds identical to me when I was in high school. You know, just trying to figure it out. You know, I think a lot of people forget that this is really all about connections. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think people forget that in art, this isn't really about, you know, okay, I gotta get this for money, I gotta do this for money, I gotta do that for money. This is really about, yo, if I connect with this person, they might get me later.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But to go back, you had the video Flake drop. There's a lot of other stuff in the tank for you. So talk about that video and how you managed to chop everything up and like put the music with it. Cause you have a lot of songs. So you could have chose any song to put with those collection of video. Why that song?
Me and my friend were just talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mo 9, man. That's my twin, bro.
Shout out
like
to
on
him,
some
man.
real shit. I can't wait to we link up again. You know what I mean?
All right, man.
But we were just talking about yesterday. Some shit went down with some I ain't gonna say her name, but for me it was some bitch. It was some girl, bro, and I was just like, bro, I'm gonna drop this shit, and it's her birthday. Fuck it.
All right, fuck it. Hey.
I was like, and then like, it was just. I was just like told him, I was like, yo, I was like, I wanted to drop that shit at 5:55 p.m.
Okay. All right.
Cause a lot of these artists be dropping like at 12 o'clock at night.
Oh man.
And I'd be like, no one be up at 12 o'clock at night.
No.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm gonna drop this like in the middle of the day, like
Right.
at 5:55 p.m. And then it was like I couldn't really get. I was trying to get it done quickly. I was like, you know what? Let me take my time on this.
Take it. Yep.
And then so I mean, like that's the reason why I really dropped it, cause some bitch, to be honest. That was the only reason I had so many songs. I wanted to drop the high song. I wanted to drop that one.
God. I was gonna get into that. So let's segue into that. I mean, you know, I click on your page after we talked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to look for different stuff to talk about. Mm-hmm. And obviously Styles P, he's one of my favorite rappers all time.
What? Yo.
So he's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? The Locks are the GOATs. And I click on that.
My cousin put me onto him. He's a fire rapper. I fucking Styles P.
Man. And I click on that and I just hear the melody. And then I hear the New Jersey drums banging. And then I hear your voice go over it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the fuck are they doing over there? You know what I'm saying? So tell me how that came about. Like, is the producer Connecticut based? And
nah, it's the thing about it is so like I recorded that song back in the summer.
Oh wow.
So like it was like in June or July, something like that. And then I recorded that song and it was like I was just on YouTube one day and I was just like I stayed up till like 5 o'clock in the morning. Basically, It was like a Saturday, so I stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And I was just looking for beats, stuff like that, because I was just starting to get introduced into Jersey, because this guy, his name was I'm cool with him. His name is Spliff. Spliff Happy. He's fire. You feel me? Like he was really the one that introduced me to Jersey and stuff like that. So I was just looking on what's it called, on YouTube, just looking for Jersey beats, because like a lot of these producers now in Connecticut, like. It's a different, like, you know what I mean? It's a different sound, like with Jersey and stuff like that. Right. But I mean, some of them are starting to get good now, to be honest. Back then, it was like, there was just it was
stagnant. It was a stagnant scene. There wasn't a lot of people in it, you know?
Mm-hmm. And then I just found that beat and I was like, yo, I don't know nothing about Jersey Club. Right. But this beat is so fire, bro. I was like, I gotta use this.
I was like, how the fuck where did he find this? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was out of like it was like you mixed 90s with like freaking soca mixed with rap. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. So like, I was like, yo, I gotta record this. And I was like, it was already 5 o'clock in the morning. And my mom goes to like work early in the morning. Right. So I'm like, and she Hispanic too. You know how Hispanics be, you know what I mean? They're gonna be like, you know, man, shut that shit you know what I mean? Like, shut that shit off.
Listen, I got a chancla to the head multiple times.
Definitely. But like, so I waited till like the next morning. I was like, I gotta get some sleep and I want to record this badly. So I came back from school and luckily my sister wasn't home or my brother. You know how it is when your siblings are home and you hear them recording. It's kind of embarrassing a little bit. Yep. So
tell you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they be like that. I'd be like, bro, like, I'm trying to like do this.
I'm trying to be great, but you're ruining it.
Yeah, but you're ruining it. Yeah. So like, I recorded it and I was just like, what? I was just like chilling with my friend. I was just like, yo, bro, what should we do to this song? Right. And then my friend's in Texas now. I was chilling with Mo. He was on the phone. He was like, yo, bro, whatever you do, just go crazy on that shit. Right. So I was like, I bet. So I just recorded like the first few bars. I was like, I get high, I get stupid. Right. And I was just like, because that's what happens when, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what happens when I be wilding when I get high, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, of course.
I hope nobody sees it. But they gonna find out. But
listen, man.
yeah.
I mean, listen, man. We've all dabbled in a little bit of shit here and there.
Yeah.
I done had to stop myself because that shit put me in reverse. If we was doing this interview and I was high, shit, I'd be talking to the wall instead of you. So
yeah, but I mean, I was just recording that, and then like I recorded it, and I was like, yo, this song sounds so fire. I want to shoot the vid to it.
Right.
I don't have no money right now. Like I'm broke. I have to find a job. Like I literally went out to go get a job just to like get all the money to like record the video.
Right.
So then like it was like I didn't record a video till like I say like until October.
Okay.
Nah. It was like it was in August I recorded the video, but it was just like it didn't come out right. So I was just like, yeah, fuck that video. Like I'm not doing that.
Right.
So then I recorded it. I did the video again in October, and that video was like the whole budget for that video was like $600.
Oh wow, that's an expensive budget.
Yeah. So like the director was $200, and then like the studio right here was a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then I recorded it, and then again, I mean it was nice, but it didn't lead up to my expectations.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It didn't make the cut for you.
Yeah. So then I was just like. I literally like felt like giving up music about like around there. I was just like, man, like this shit, maybe it's a sign that I should not even be doing music. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a sign that I should not even be doing this right now.
Holy shit.
So I was just like, I'm gonna just wait for it.
Yeah.
So then it was this girl, her name is Allie Curls. For me, shout out to her. She really she really put a fire on my back and shit.
Shout out to her.
She told me she was like, bro, record that. And I'll help you. Like I'll put you in connects with people like that can record videos and stuff like that. I'll get you.
Shout out to her.
I'll get you right, but I'll be the plug to tell you like a mix and master like engineer and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
So then I recorded the video, and she has a modeling business too. So like we had the models in the video and everything like that.
Man, that's dope as fuck.
So like basically like I was like, I shot the video, and she was like, you got to come to New York for the video. You can't do it in Connecticut, because if you do in Connecticut, everything's going to be more expensive. And over here is like, there's more connections, basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, bet, I'm going to come to New York, shoot the video, and we're going to be good. I hit up my boy Spliff. I was like, yo, do you know any studios that be open 24/7? And he told me about Go Studios. Okay. Go Studios is a fire studio, like for me, like
shout out to them.
Shout out to Go Studios. I'm shouting out everybody in this interview.
Right, man.
Shouts out to I forgot what his name was. Oh, Jules the producer, man. He's fire, man. He's mad cool. And he recorded like the first track, the first rough draft of Flake. He recorded the first rough draft, but I just didn't release it.
Okay.
But yeah, I went to New York, shot the video, and long story short, the video in total was like $1,000 from the budget. Oh my lord! It was like,
so by now this is almost 2 racks.
Like it just keeps going up. It just keeps going up.
You just spent on this song, okay?
It's like, yeah, that's what, and I still want to make the video for this song. Like I'm like, bro, I know this song is crazy, and if I make a video for it, it's gonna blow up.
Right. Let me ask you this then. You know, thinking about this song and thinking about the things you're doing. As an artist, I've had this problem, and I'll tell you this: where you hear a song, and you know this song. Like when my first song, "What You Mean Though," came out, I went through the same thing. I went through 4 different videographers. I went through 5 different masters, all that stuff. Do you feel like maybe you're being a little too much, or do you feel like, nah, I'm gonna keep fucking pushing this until this is right in the way?
Yeah, I'm pushing this until it gets done right. Gets done. Like I don't care, bro. Like I don't really care if the thing happens. Like sometimes I ain't gonna lie, they be the mood swings. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'd be like, damn, I don't feel like doing this shit no more. Like fuck that video, fuck this rapping shit, fuck that videographer. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then well, basically what happened with the video, the one I shot in New York, I shot it right. It was like $1,000 for the whole video. So it was like for the studio it was expensive, for the camera it's expensive, and then for her modeling business it's a lot of money.
Right.
And then for my like the clothes I had to wear and that shit, like I didn't have no clothes, bro. Like man, I hit up Devani. He was gonna like, this is his shit right here. I fuck with Devani. And I told him, I was like, yo, bro, can you style me for the video or something like that?
Yeah.
And he was going to, but for me, something happened. So like we really couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
So then I went to New York, I shot the video, and then like I paid, like basically what happened was my cousin was supposed to like he was supposed to put half of the money in. Okay. So it was gonna be like 500 from me, 500 from my cousin, because my cousin really does believe in me. Right. So he told me the day before that, like the day before the video, I feel like it was a sign or something like that. He lost the money basically. Like Like the 500, like he was like, yo, bro, we gotta wait like another week or like for February or something like that. So I was like, yo, bro, like what do you mean? I was like, we already had the video, like it's tomorrow, the video shoot.
Oh my Lord.
And I told him, I was like, bro, we gotta do something. And I texted the videographer, I was like, yo, bro, can you just like feel me? Something came up. I can't really pay you like the whole in full right now. Can I pay you like in little payments? Like I'll pay you 200 every week. I'll find a way to do it. So then I did that. He was like, I bet it's cool. So
I thank God for that. Shout out to him.
No. I'm gonna tell you what happened though.
Oh man.
So basically we shot the video, right? I pay him the next week and the week after. My job just laid me off. Like they were telling me like we're gonna give you like until the end of this week.
Lord,
and the end of this December. So like we're gonna they're basically gonna be like, we're moving to a new location. We might not be able to hire you, blah blah blah, something like that. So I'm just like, all right, bro, it's whatever for me.
This story is a train wreck. Keep going. Oh my God.
So then, like, basically what happened was we shot the video. I paid him like 200. I told he wanted 600 for the video. He wanted 800 at first, and I paid it. He was like, can you bring out a 600? We could do 600 and it'll be good.
Okay.
He was like, bet that's cool. So I paid him 200 in next week, and I paid him 200 in the other week that came up after that. And then like he's just like, all right, give me like at least like a 3 weeks and the video will be done. And I was like, I bet it's cool. So I paid him January 1st. I'm waiting like a 3 weeks. So I'm like, yo, bro, what's the word on the video? He just didn't respond for like a day. And I was like, oh, he was like, yo, I keep texting. I was like, yo, any update? He was like, the video's almost done. What's the name of the artist and the title? I was like, hi and Luna Rowdy. And he was like, I bet I'll send it to you in a bit. He never sent it. And I just keep texting him like throughout the like February and in January. I keep texting him like, yo, bro, where's the video? Where's the video? Where's the video? Where's the video? And feel me, like I texted him. I went to some studio session, and then my friends were telling me, yo, tell him to give you your video right now, like on some real shit, because you spent money on that. And I was like texting him, I was like, yo, bro, where's the video at? And I was like, he just never responded. I'm just like, man, fuck that video. That's a dub. I don't even care about the money. Like, it's over with.
Listen,
I'll never get that video, but I don't really care.
I'm gonna say something right now in terms of what you just said, and fuck him, because we not jacking that, especially not for my boy right here. So fuck you. And on top of that,
I ain't even gonna say your name too, bro, because for me, like,
we not even gonna give you clout.
For real.
You feel me? We not
he
even
he already got clout for me, but
right.
It's whatever though. You can keep that video. I'm not gonna go. If I see you, I'm like, for me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, what the fuck was that? Like, right. I'm calm. Like, for me, like, it's all right.
I get it.
Take my money. You know what I mean? I don't even care.
But this has been happening a lot in CT, a lot in New York. As creators, we gotta stop doing that shit, because that is what leads to a lot of dissension. It leads to a lot of bad shit, and it leads to somebody being unsure of their music. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. We have to really, as creatives, especially as me, we gotta make sure that these artists are taken care of. We need more artists. We need more creators. We cannot keep doing shit like that. So, homie, if you see this, just know we not fucking with you. He need the video. We don't give a fuck what time it is, what time, send him the fucking video. A point blank period. You know what I'm saying?
That video was gonna be amazing too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was an 8K. Shit was a big ass camera. Shit was a nice studio for me. I ain't gonna lie though, my feel was trash in that video. For me,
it don't. Yeah,
listen, my feel was trash.
The fit don't matter. All that matters is the music, and all that matters is what you got going on. It's all about the art, man. Trust me. But listen, you talked about people supporting you and the people around you supporting you, and I see that a lot in your comments. I see it. How does that feel to get support from the people around you and to have people that really want you to succeed in this shit?
It feels, I ain't gonna lie, when I first started doing music, I didn't really think no one's gonna support me. So like, I never really used to like, what's it called? Like, post my music. So like, like I have a whole like page on like SoundCloud or YouTube, like that's nobody knows about. Right. Only I know about them songs. You know what I mean? Okay. So like, I hope one day people will find that account and just like, for me, will like listen to like my evolution and like the shit I was doing before. Yeah. But by people supporting and stuff like that, I feel like, I don't really know, to be honest. I feel like, because they always, every single time I would always post a snippet. Like, I would just post a snippet and just not release it. You know what I mean? Right. I would just like to have it out there and stuff like that. My friends would be like, yo, when you gonna drop that? When you gonna drop that? Yeah. And I'm like, to be honest, bro, I ain't gonna drop it. Like, I'm not dropping that shit. Like, fuck that song. Like, Because I used to think like people would not be supporting until like I started like putting myself out there, like posting, networking with people. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I just see my comments. Everybody just like there was when I posted a high snippet, somebody in the comments like I sent the song to him, and he never he's seen it, but he never replied. So I'm like, damn, he probably thought it was ass or something like that. So he comments on the post. His name is Ozzy Kazi, something like that.
Shout out to him.
I don't know what it is. I don't know how to pronounce it for me. But he said the lyrics. He was like, so much za nigga, I'll be fried.
Right.
And I was like, yo, he's saying the lyrics.
That is wild.
Like, bro, that's not even that. That's not even like nothing, bro, to these big artists. But that's something to me because I never see it. Like, bro, nobody like says my lyrics, and I'd be like, damn, he actually said my lyrics in the comments. Even though I didn't hear him say that in person, he still put it out there.
It don't matter, man. Listen, when you get a cult fan base and when you got people following you, that's all you need.
Yeah,
brother.
that's another thing too. Like, bro, I don't want a weak ass fan base. Like, I want a cult fan base. Like, I want my fans. If I ever get them, you know what I mean. I want a cool fan base.
You got them, trust me. You got them. You got one right here. You know what I'm saying? You sit with one. Yeah. So trust me, you got them, bro. Trust me. And you know, I feel like the cult is coming. It just because to me, like I said, the sound is just so different, and I think people look for that nowadays. I don't think you sound like anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, yo. Some of these people be comparing me to Spliff. Shouts out to Spliff. But like, feel me? Like, I feel like because we both Mexican and shit. Like, probably that's why they think I sound like him a little bit. Yeah.
And just, you know, tell me about that too. Because if it's one thing about the Latin culture I know, bro, we support one another. And not only that, we could make some fucking music.
Definitely.
Tell me about being within the Latin culture and just having that around you and knowing that's always gonna, you know, light your fire because we've always had to come back from something and always fight for what we got.
Definitely.
Just tell me about being Latino in this shit and being able to just every day wake up and just know that, listen, we're gonna push, we're gonna do it, and I got my family behind me.
Definitely. Like there's like my mom's like always be telling me like work hard and you're gonna get the things you want.
Right.
Definitely. And I see it a little bit, but at the same time she'd be like, go to school, and I'm like I ain't gonna lie, I dropped out just because I don't feel like anything that basically like I feel like anything that took me away from my creativity and doing the stuff I want to do is a dub. Like I'm not it's irrelevant to me. Like anything that doesn't approve of my creativity or doesn't fuck with the shit doesn't fuck with like the stuff I do and it just gives me a paper and pencil and tells me what I have to do on this thing, I'm just like dub. Like I always hated school, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, I always hated school, bro. Like it was always just a dub to me.
I think that's the problem nowadays, bro, because right now I'm still at MCC, right? That's Manchester Community College in Harvard. And I was a straight A student. I had a 4.0. You know what I'm saying?
I was never a straight A student.
But you know what I'm saying? But I feel like today we got to stop putting kids in boxes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with TikTok, with different things, there's so many different outlets for these kids to learn.
Yeah.
You know, and especially with somebody like you, I feel like the teachers need to be more observant of this kid is not doing well in my class. So let me try to push him in a way he wants to be pushed. You know what I'm saying? If he's artistic, instead of making him sit down with a pencil and piece of paper, have him do an assignment that's creative.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like maybe that would have been helped you with school. But just tell me about taking that risk. Was that a nerve-wracking time for you? Like dropping out and stuff like that? Were you like, ooh, should I do this? Should I do that?
Definitely was. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm just like, damn, like I'm gonna drop out. And I'm like, school is basically the only time where you know your friends are gonna be there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like after school, like sometimes you'll see them, sometimes you won't. But school is always the time where you know they're gonna be there.
Right.
So like I was like I was in the office and shit, and they were like, you gotta fill out this paper, blah blah blah. And they were just like, my mom looked at me. She was like, whatever you do, we're gonna support you. Right. But just know that if you do this, you gotta go 10 times harder. Even if you're gonna go to, even if you want to go to adult ed, you gotta go 10 times harder though, because it's gonna be harder. And I told her, I was like, let me think about it. And then the bro, fuck the dean, to be honest. Like on some real shit, like fuck the dean. Like and then that's the only person I'm saying fuck, bro. Cause like, bro, he was like, you don't have an option. You got to go. If you stay here, you're gonna be like 21 graduating. And I'm just like, damn, man. I'm just like, I'm gonna miss like the whole. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I lived like the high school. Like I don't know how to say it. Like the high school experience.
And see, that was the difference between, you know what's fucked up about me that now that you say that, and I don't want to make everything, obviously your interview, but the thing is that's so fucked up is, right, they said that to you. They said the same thing to me, and I was a 4.0 student, but I just had to work harder than everybody else.
Yeah.
So I feel like these teachers nowadays don't really give a fuck. They just tell students whatever the fuck they want to. The deans don't give a fuck. They have so much shit going on that it's like, well, if he's not doing what we want him to do, then fuck him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that is that's completely wrong.
Too, like bro, the security guards over there, like I would be cool with security guards over there. Right. Everybody is cool with the security guards. Some of them are. Yeah. Right. Some of the security guards are cool. But for me, some of them are like, some of them are, they on dick. Right. And then basically like the security guard always tell me, he's like, yo, you better watch your act. Cause bro, when I was in high school, like freshman year through sophomore year, I was just like that kid that was known to get in trouble. You'll see him walking around in the halls with a security guard. Oh, you know what I mean? And looking back at that shit, I'm like, damn, that shit was not embarrassing, bro. And then basically they would always tell me like, yo, calm your act. Cause so and so is telling us that they're gonna send you to another school where all the bad kids go. Oh, and I'm like, they were like, we know you're not a bad kid. We just know you fuck up a lot. Like, bro, I'm not a bad kid. Like, I just fuck up a lot. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing too. It's not that you're a bad kid and they make you seem like that. It's just you're not fit for this environment.
Yeah, that's what they said too. They're like, we don't think you're a good fit for this environment.
Right.
So it's either you're gonna drop out and go to adult ed, or you're gonna stay here and just gonna be 21.
And that's the other thing with the options. If they would have said, hey man, we have an art school in New Haven we could send you to. We know you draw, we know you make music, and you could go there and finish out high school. Yeah. You would have been like, well, fuck it, sign me up.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But instead, they want to send you to the hardest place to make it seem like it's punishment for not doing what they want you to do.
That shit is mad depressing though too, bro. I've been going to adult ed. That shit is so depressing.
Oh my God.
Bro, like the only thing we do is just literally go there, like just be on our phone. The teachers really do all the work sometimes. Yeah, man. Not all the time. You feel what I'm saying?
Not all the time.
Yeah. But like, we just go there, do the work. Break, we go outside I just go with two of my friends. I made friends over there, two of them. And we just chill in the car and then come back inside. And then we just do it again. Like, it's depressing, bro. Like, everybody there is so quiet. Nobody's talking. You don't hear no noise. It's just like damn, bro.
But let me ask you this. Sitting in those rooms with those people and stuff, how much harder does it make you go when you sit in the studio and get behind the mic?
Yo, bro, there's this 29-year-old in there.
Right.
And I'm just like, yo, how old are you? He's like, oh, I'm 29. And then like, bro, he still lives at his parents' house. And I'm just like, bro, I can't, like, that shit scared the fuck out of me. I was like, fuck that. I was like, I gotta go harder, bro. I just gotta keep doing this music shit. Even if I don't ever get recognition for it, I don't care. At least I have something out in this world that I left. You know what I mean?
It's the same thing with me with my job. I'm not gonna lie. I do custodial work. I get paid pretty good. But you're looking at 40-year-olds who fucking hate their life. They talk shit. They complain. So you looking at that 29-year-old is like me looking at a 40-year-old who has no wife, no kids. He's fucking fat. He has nothing. And it's like, man, fuck that shit.
Definitely.
It makes you start coming here a lot sooner.
My mom already told me that. She was like, my mom and dad told me that, like, you're gonna see people, like, when you get a job, like when I got a job, they're like, you're gonna see people who have been there for 20 to 30 years. Even if you're working at McDonald's, you're still gonna see somebody that's been there for a long time.
So tell me this. Obviously, you see that, you do that. I'll try to, I'm gonna try to wrap up the interview soon. But seeing that, how do you feel like with music, you want to tenure in music? You want to go further in music. So instead of being the guy that works at one of these places for that long, you're working with a label. You're an artist on a label. What are the things you're gonna do right now in order to have longevity in this music thing?
But not releasing constantly. I feel like not releasing consistent. I feel like because I feel like too much of something is bad. You know what I mean? There you go. Too much of something is bad. So like, I would have really bro. I'm telling everybody this right now. Whoever is watching this, I'm dropping only one Jersey EP and that's it. Like that's over with. Like Jersey is getting overplayed. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to do something else. And I posted a snippet. Like for me, that's the direction I'm going into. You know what I mean? Like fuck Jersey Club. I'm doing this. Like this is the thing I actually like doing. This is the type of music I actually like doing. Slurm, his name right here. This is like his brand and shit. Shout out there. He put me on to like this other shit. It was like I ain't gonna say the type of beats for me because I'm gonna give out the sauce. Don't give out the sauce. Yeah. For me, Slurm really did put a fire in my back too. You know what I'm saying? He told me about. He was just like, bro, we in Connecticut, bro. Like for me, we can't be doing Jersey Club. We gotta do something else, something that's different. And then basically I was just like, bro, fuck Jersey Club. Like I'm not dropping another Jersey Club after the CP.
Right. I think what you just said was so golden. I think today we are oversaturating the fucking market.
This is another thing too. Music right now, bro, is boring. Like,
oh my god,
there's nobody new coming with the sound. They're all following trends, and I ain't gonna lie, yo, I'm following trends too. But I'm following at the beginning of my career, so I can have people around me,
right?
So I can have people supporting me, like, oh yeah, he doing this type of stuff. But I like this type of music. I'm gonna listen to him,
right?
So I'm doing music like that right now. But once I get the right tools, bro, to make whatever the fuck I want, like proper engineering, proper studio, like just everything right. Like top tier, I'll be good.
Man, listen, I want you guys to really, you know, whoever watches this, I got a lot of producer friends, everybody, hit up my boy Luna Rowdy. I think this kid is really gonna take it somewhere. And this is probably like the last question I'm gonna ask you. Being from here, having your family, doing all that, you're from CT. What from CT do you want to carry when you finally make it to that thing? What's from here that you learn from CT that you want to carry to Hollywood, that you want to carry to these stages when you're in front of 15,000 people? What's something like that you want to carry?
Damn, that ain't gonna lie. That's a crazy question. Like, carry, what do you mean? Like something from the state? Like
something that you've learned from here, like in your life, that you could carry everywhere.
That we underrated, like, bro,
man, definitely. Okay.
Like that, what, bro? Like, I'm telling you right now, bro. You go to a person in New York, I like everybody in New York that I know doesn't know that I'm from Connecticut, cause like you go to a person in New York, be like, say like, oh yeah, where you from? I'm from Connecticut. They just look at you crazy, and I'll be like, for me, even my cousin was like, bro, don't even say you're from Connecticut if you're going to meet our people in New York.
Man,
you know what I mean? It'd be like that though. People look at Connecticut as like a big ass highway from New York to Rhode Island. Man, you know what I mean?
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan
said that shit. Yeah. Joe Rogan said that shit.
Joe Rogan said the same shit. But listen, man, this is, you know, I just want to say you're one of them up and coming dudes who I really fuck with. You got something behind you that not a lot of people have. You got a fire. You got a support system. You repping Latinos to the fullest, man. I want to see you succeed. Yeah. 203, tap in with fucking Luna Rowdy. This guy's going to be
That's another
big.
thing too, bro. Being Mexican and growing up in the hood, like, feel me, you look down upon this shit. Like, bro, when I was growing up, I would never tell nobody I was Mexican, because it was just an embarrassment to be Mexican. For me, even though we hard workers, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shout out to, bro. Fucking Viva la Raza and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Shout out to that,
bro. Like, bro, I'm like showing my shit. Like, yo, bro, where you from? I'm Mexican Ecuadorian. I'm Mexican and Ecuadorian.
Hell
bro.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. Like, before I would always say like, oh, I'm Ecuadorian. Nah. I ain't gonna lie though. I never really grew up on the Mexican side of my family. You know what I mean? Because family drama and shit. Like, I just never really like got to really like go into like my Mexican side of the family. For me, I feel like I'm more Ecuadorian than I am Mexican. But for me, because of the way I look and the way way my hair is and shit, like, for me, I'm Mexican. For me, people gonna know I'm Mexican and shit.
Listen, man, all I'm gonna say to that is just know that the Latinos are rocking with you, man. I seen the flag in the video. Yeah, they behind you 100%. Once they get behind you, bro, you can go to Mexico, Ecuador, Puerto Rico, wherever it's at, and they're gonna support Luna Rowdy no matter what it is. Let me ask this question before I do get out of here. Have you ever thought about making Spanish music? Do you speak Spanish, or have you been able to cross over yet?
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I did do a song, Mexican reggaeton shit. It was like some dembow shit. I was with my cousin. I went to my cousin for spring break. Right. And my cousin was like, yo, bro, we should make some, like, he wanted to make some songs. Right. So I was like, bro, I'll bring the studio. I like brought all my equipment, the speakers and everything on the train. And I was just like, it was like an hour to like go to my cousin's house, basically, from Grand Central. Right. So like, we recorded and I was like, yo, bro, came from this beat kind of sounds fire. Let me try a little bit. So he was just like, bet. And I was just saying anything, bro. I was just like, don't, like, just saying like stupid shit. Like, I was just like saying anything. I ain't gonna lie, that shit never getting released too. Like, bro, fuck that song. But for me, I did try to throw and shit. But listen, man, I'm gonna wait on it.
Wait on it, definitely. Listen, man, this has been a standout podcast where everyone and anyone could be a standout. I got the boy Luna Rowdy, like I said, 203, tap the fuck in all the way. This kid is really gonna do something in this shit. Videography, graphic design, the whole nine. He's the artist right now, man. Tell them where you at. Tell them where they can find you, all that shit.
Y'all can find me on Instagram @Luna Rowdy. Same thing on YouTube, Luna Rowdy. For me, Band Films. That's the videographer. That's the videographer group. Shouts out to Angel.
Shout out to him.
You feel me? That's really his name, to be honest. I just
Right.
took that shit because it just sounded fire. Band Films.
Right.
And then yeah, that's just it though. To be honest.
That's it, man. Listen, man. This has been the Standout Podcast, where everyone and anyone could be a standout. I obviously got to plug where I'm at, 171 Orange Street, New Haven, Connecticut. Make sure you hit up the Pod Lounge, hit up Deja, hit up Dre God for online performances, Studio Red, all that shit. We are here. We doing it. We big. Luna Rowdy, one of the biggest in the motherfucking game. I stamped it. I said it. This kid is the truth. All right? We out of here. Bow.